Hello my friends, welcome back. It's episode 56. It's going to be a bit of a... come on, keys. It's going to be a bit of a Edmon talks about game design episode. More than anything else. So, well, there might be a few enemies lying around, but actually I've had some time to sort of, you know, sleep on what I said yesterday about, you know, having something to talk about, and I do think that the design of the Fallout system is something that I do want to talk about somewhat. So that is what I'm going to do. But anyway, first things first, let's just get into the motion of cleaning up all the enemies that we killed, taking all their loot. Not that we really need to, but it is what it is. I definitely checked that bookshelf last time. I can't remember if I actually took the stuff off it though. Yeah, I did. So Fallout, to me, is actually quite a flawed system. It's a really good system, don't get me wrong, but it's flawed. And, you know, a few of those flaws are, wow, that's quite the loot box, god damn. A lot of those flaws are very much similar to flaws that we have with D&D. Okay, apparently those stairs are broken. And the flaws that I'm thinking about in particular are... what is this pipe that just has green ooze coming out of it? I mean, really? The green ooze nuclear pipes that just apparently go on and on and on. Is that... so the basic issue is that there's no... or very... Rochambeau, unhurt. He's apparently hostile. There's no, there's no real development of the character over time. Basically, your build at the start of the game is going to determine whether your character is good or not by the end of it. And it didn't really need to be this way. They could have given you, for example, vigilantes actually sort of solved a lot of the problems with the build system in a way. In that it has a very similar system, but you know, every third level you get a stat point, and every fourth level you get a perk, and so on. So you're actually building your character over time. You're not... what is with this unarmed civilian? Okay. Anyway, I believe that yellow Nuka-Cola doesn't do anything. Your stats are basically fixed from the beginning, and your tag skills are fixed from the beginning. So if you choose poorly, then you are ruined from the start. And there's no way to fix that over the course of the game. There's no way to change anything. If you've set yourself up to fail at the start of the game, then that's you set up to fail. And the only way to undo your failure is to restart the game from the beginning, which, you know, completely sucks. So, you know, how do you fix that? Well, it's pretty easy. If you know, even if at level ups they allowed you, for example, to change one stat point, like say move a charisma point to endurance or something like that, or pull out you know, so many points of skills and reassign them. Just, you know, on a per level basis. That would be better than what we have now, which is just basically you need a design from the very start, know exactly what you're doing and what the requirements are going to be. You can't correct a character in any way, and it's a huge flaw in this kind of game. It was one of the major flaws in the first two Fallout games, and those games are much better than this one, since they don't have the combat bugs that this one does. Okay, this part of the map is mined to buggery. To be honest, there's no safe way to unmine them either. You think with 76 trap skill you could just remove the mines, but more likely than not they're just going to blow up in your face, so let's not do that. Let's take an anti-crash save. And the other thing about Fallout, which is, you know, pretty poor, is that perks have all got equal value under the purchasing. So, you know, you can have one perk every 3 levels or whatever, and apparently, you know, something not particularly useful like save 1 AP on changing stance has the same value, i.e. it costs 1 perk, as, you know, say, improved ranged damage. Where'd the bodies go? Some of the bodies have disappeared. Not the biggest deal, but still. I think some bodies disappear when you actually clear all the items out of them. Over time. Are those just barbed spears? Yeah. Nobody got time for barbed spears. No, I definitely cleared him. Okay, this guy still has some loot. The other body disappeared, I guess, because there's nothing left on it. Yeah, so there's like about 50 perks in this game. But you would never take about 35 of them. Which is really kind of a bit depressing. Oh, he's got a flamethrower. The suicide gun, as it's otherwise known, because it's exceedingly good at killing your own team. Oh wait, that's the chest. I'm like, I just found some loot. You know, apparently there's supposed to be an extra bit of loot in here. A hollow disc or something. But I don't see it. I did clear these guys out, but their bodies have not disappeared. There's no way to highlight items on the ground either, which is kind of poor. If there is something here, I don't see it. I'm not about to waste forever searching this room pixel by pixel. Okay, well that was surprisingly fast. It feels... I mean, I must have cleared out all the enemies, but I felt like I left a lot of stuff. But maybe I didn't. Oh, there's a Browning. And now we are encumbered. I am the soul. Let's go ahead and continue to load Stitch Up. It's a Stitch Up! Poor guy weighs 1,000,000 tons now. Yeah, I wish I actually had a character that was on level up, because I would just sort of go through the perks to sort of belabor my point. But there are ways to save, to change the system. For example, maybe you could have gotten perk points, and that certain perks cost more points than others. So you might, decide to take a spread of low-value perks instead of taking nothing but the best or most valuable ones. Okay, there's an exploded dog there, so I'm going to presume that there's a minefield. There's also an exploded civilian. Don't you have actually pretty good perception? No. No is the answer to that question. There is a Stitch-like level of perception there. Oh, there's a box. There's a box all the way up there. Let's go get it. Sneaking around the edge of the map. Wow, that's some graphical errors. One game that actually did a really good... Wow, this is a great box. One game that actually did a really good job of, having a character develop over time was Planescape Torment. Jokingly referred to as the best game you've ever read, because it's just nothing but plot. I've gotten actually really close to finishing the game a load of times, but I just haven't actually finished the game. I get near the end and I just kind of end up wanting to play it again, but more perfectly. Wow, that guy got turned into bits. Did we check him? Okay, I think we're done here. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, let's just save in case we crash.
Excellent work, warrior.
Yeah, it was just a bit.
Today is a day of joy and sorrow for the Brotherhood. Gamoran was a traitor, a murderer, and a deceiver, yet he was a paladin. His brave deeds once brought much hope to the wasteland. Yet something happened to him when the great storm ripped his airship from the convoy and crashed it to the ground. From that moment, Gamoran was born, and the Brotherhood lost its favorite son. With their leader dead, the mutants have split into factions. Some have turned to internal fighting as they wrestle for control. Others have even offered to join the Brotherhood. Though the mutant menace is far from ended, they are severely weakened.
It'll only be some time
before they gather their strength. Dagger Squad is out on patrol now, hunting any mutant stragglers. The brief
Dagger Squad get
from
nailed to the wall.
quarters has turned out to be an invaluable find. It is a portable nuclear arming station from the time before the Great War, and, according to our scribes, it can be retrofitted to our nuclear warhead. While some of General Barnaky's possessions have been recovered from the mutant base, his location continues to be a mystery. We can only pray for his well-being while we continue the search for answers. Rest assured that our interrogators are working round the clock with the mutant prisoners. Time will tell. We have a service for Paladin Latham tonight at the motor pool at 2200. Dismissed.
A service. And thus his citizenship was guaranteed. Right, we have a new bunker to go to, but before we do that... Oh, that was a terrible mistake. Because Stitch cannot move. Which is a total pain in the ass. I would rather reload than move all my items around. Okay. There we go. Let's go and sell that loot. Actually, before we go and sell that loot, let's just go ahead and lower his baggage, shall we? Oh boy, that's a lot of ammunition. Wow, I got nearly 10,000 rounds of this stuff. Crazy. I vaguely remember when I first played this back in the day that I had ammunition troubles. None anymore. Is it worth trying to do some leveling? Let's unlock the next bunker first. Oh my Gideon. No, 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 no. Okay. Alright. I think none of this will update until we go to the next bunker. Well, he's got 3 environmental armor Mark IIs. And some M60s, which are not as good as what we have. And some energy pistols. Missiles, flamethrowers. And yet, I still wouldn't consider it to be anything particularly exciting.
We have won the day in this
General Decker.
We shall move our operations to the new outpost to the west. Take your squad and report there ASAP.
Man, he appears to have a dodgy eye as well. It's like everyone in this game's portrait seems to show that they have a smashed eye. Something happened to their eye. Look, he's obviously got a bad right eye. Farsight doesn't. Mother doesn't. Stitch has got something wrong with his right eye. Stein has also got something, or Stian has also got something wrong with his right eye. At least it looks like it, since it's washed out with no iris. Right, let's go to Bunker Mark II. Too bunker, too furious. We'll find that the Humvee magically teleports there.
The super mutants were a powerful adversary with great
Yes.
strength and courage. Without the leadership of Gamoran, though, they will never pose the same threat to the Brotherhood. It was the corruption of Gamoran that provided the most sobering lesson. Even the purest of hearts can falter. The elders and generals must push their sorrow aside, however, for they have more pressing matters to attend to. The data recovered from Gamoran's base indicates that the mutant force's route intersected with the calculated location of Vault Zero. It is possible that the mutant horde discovered the location of Vault Zero during their exodus from the west. Is there a connection between the mutants discovering Vault Zero and the emergence of the mechanical menace? Only time will tell. The future holds one thing for certain.
You can see the drawing is getting less good as we go along as well.
And the Brotherhood has a new and deadly enemy.
A new and deadly enemy. Down at Bunker Delta. Come on. Come on. We really don't want to encounter the mutants that are there, okay? Just let us go. Wow, this is the bunker. It's like a whole set of buildings. It's the mechanic. And he's got a copy of Dean's Electronics. And also a lot of money. Would you look at all that stuff? Right, let's go with some hunting rifles. Maybe some saws from my big pile of saws. A couple of Brownings lying around. Make it quick. Sure, give me the book. Give me the toolkits, give me the money, give me the stim pack. Ha! He's happy to take the saws. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Wait a minute. 86. Sweet. Think of all the leveling you can do with these toolkits. Today that we have learned that apparently Deathclaws can drive tanks. I have learned something new. I can't remember what that increases. I think it's repair. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, 77%. So now the main character is the best repairer, the best outdoorsman, the best science, and the best traps. Pretty decent doctor and first aid as well. Definitely should have taken comprehension. If I'd have taken comprehension, most of these would be incredibly high right now. Like over 100. Probably traps, repair, and pilot would all be over 100, as would outdoorsman, and science would probably be something like 130 or 140. Not that it really appears to do anything in this game, but hey. Right. Thanks for your goodies, mechanic. How are you still overburdened? I don't understand. I actually genuinely don't understand where the weight issue lies. Oh man, those are really like 50 each in weight. That's crazy. Right. Let's quickly go and explore the base and see if there's anyone else worth speaking to. Okay, that's the quartermaster's room.
Come in, brother, come in.
Come
I'm
in.
Assad, quartermaster for this fine Brotherhood bunker. Yeah, if you need some great gear, you come to me. We got a motto in this bunker. Inventory is not boring. Inventory is life. Now, how can I help you?
Inventory is life. Well. That's a lot of stuff that is not really of any value to me. Apart from maybe the afterburner gun. Metal Armor Mark II is not bad either. And the Environmental Armor Mark II is incredibly expensive. No One Smith. Has a Pancor jackhammer and a ton of money. Man, he is an obvious steal target.
Hello, I'm Blythe. I'm Highland's assistant. How may I help you?
What you got, Blythe? There's some good medical supplies that's worth having there. Send Stitch over to begin negotiations immediately. Kerr the merchant.
Hello, my child. I am Kerr, a humble merchant who travels the wastelands in search of objects and oddities that the Brotherhood could use. Come and have a look at my wares.
Stay a while and listen. You're a drug peddler. Yep, you're blatantly a drug peddler. Still, the old chems are actually really useful for certain fights. This looks like the barracks, but I do not see the recruiting sergeant anywhere.
Welcome, warrior. I am the personnel yeoman for the Brotherhood. If you want to...
Okay, he's the same guy as before. Bob the Super Mutant. He has huge hands, the sort of hands that in another age would have been great for fielding a baseball game, or holding a newborn baby. In this age, he whacks people with them repeatedly until they stop moving. Okay, he is useless. Heavy-handed, ham-fisted. And bonus hand-to-hand damage. Action Boy and Tough Hide. And 12 strength. Wow. They really wanted to make melee useful for this guy. Sadly, it's just not useful. What do we got here? We got Pump. This guy's real name is Julia, but his friends call him Pump. In fact, everyone calls him Pump. In fact, he doesn't like the name Julia at all, and people who call him by it quickly find out pretty quickly why his nickname is Pump. That's disturbing. That's really disturbing. Okay, he has 1 perception. Heavy-handed and bonus hand damage times 3. Okay. Nice to know that we're all useless. It is the silent death. And it also has ghost. A sneaky melee character with poor strength and great perception for some reason. Good, I'm glad that makes no sense too. It's Farsight's identical twin sister. Her family is famous for their mobile phones and delicious pastries. Trap science and repair, and absolutely no capability anywhere else. Totally useless. Vector used to be a stripper, but is now a class act as a sniper. Oh, 149 in small guns and 156 in sneak. There is potential. 9 in perception. The agility is okay. She is as smart as a doorpost, though. Sharpshooter is pretty nice for improving hit chance. Oh, she's level 15. That's why her stats are so good, despite the fact that her intelligence is dumpster bad. You know what's funny? She would be a good person to just take out. Just to use the steal ability to go and steal that guy's stuff. The guy who's got the jackhammer. To just go and nick his stuff. Poor Stitch, man. Can't catch a break. His rank is still dumpster. It's Initiate Percy. I bet he's another steal target. He's got a book! And a ton of money. But I do want the book.
Trust Highland. She's too young. And just how can she have been promoted to a full medical officer so soon, huh? I strongly suspect she may have been giving General Decker one of her patented deep cleaning sponge baths, if you know what I mean. A little nudge, nudge, wink, wink, huh? You know? Anyway, she'll screw up soon enough, and we'll see what a hack she really is. In the meanwhile, you have shown your wisdom by coming here to see me instead of her.
Okay, I don't even know where she is, to be honest with you, mate. I just came here to hawk machine guns for first aid kits and doctor's bags. Oops. And 500? 537, I want to say. Dun 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 dun. always wondered this, but if you temporarily take someone out of your party... out of interest, are these guys still, like, low level? Yup. Shame they're also unbelievably terrible. Although, with his high perception and agility, he's actually okay. But he hasn't got a tag in a weapon skill, which kind of ruins him. Of course, he's got tags in weapon skills, but has terrible perception that would have to be corrected. Although, you could convert Kamikaze to Gifted. And if you convert Kamikaze to Gifted, then you could get 7 in Perception and 6 in Luck, which is a critical amount that you need. And then add another to Perception to get to 8, which wouldn't be terrible. And you could turn him into any gun character that you like. Anyway, this is not the point. What I want to check quickly is... if I put her back temporarily... and take the old thief here... Okay, first things first. If I then go and get Mother back, does Mother still have her equipment? That was the one thing. There was 2 things I wanted to test. One is whether equipment disappears when you get shoved into the... No. Okay, that's good. She's big, she's hairy, and she's very, very scary. Right. Steal! I just want the book, really. Oops. That's so bad. Oh, I got it. I never normally risk stealing anything else. But I'll take that book. $89 on traps. Probably like over 100 now without the environmental armor. Almost makes trying to disarm things worth attempting. Almost. Right, let's go and get Mother back. Okay.
Greetings, warrior.
Your next
Our
mission.
mission will bring you to Junction City, a mid-sized town that has refused to form an alliance with the Brotherhood. Their independent posture has been recently reinforced by their victory over one of the robots late last night. Our elders are quite curious how such a battle could be won, considering the lack of heavy weaponry involved. This is a riddle whose answer might be paramount for victory. See what you can find out. More important than this riddle is the retrieval of the robotic parts from the scene of the battle. We must understand how our enemy works in order to neutralize it, and any robotic remnants might hold the key. Understand that the Reaver movement has been launching probing attacks against Junction City. Our elders believe that they are also searching for robotic pieces. Considering the Reavers zealously worship technology, their involvement comes as
The
no
Reavers.
surprise. Try forging a deal with the town's mayor. Robot parts in exchange for protection from the Reavers. We have one last task for you as well. Our senior mechanic Cooter died recently when he triggered an explosive booby trap on a retrieved interceptor vehicle. His apprentice lacks the cognitive ability to fully assume the role, and at times like this, we can't have any malfunctioning vehicles involved during a high-risk mission. Intelligence reports that Junction City's mechanic is top-notch and might be persuaded to join the Brotherhood's cause. Find this mechanic and inform her of the wondrous opportunities the Brotherhood can offer. You have your orders. Dismissed.
Junction City. Sick City. Okay, so... Oh, there's another medical officer.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're pretty busy here lately. In the last 12 hours, I've set 13 broken bones, amputated 4 limbs, and handled all the patients for daily sick call. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Scribe Highland, but please, just call me Doc. I'm a fixture here, so come by if you're feeling ill.
Alright, Doc. What have you got? Stuff. Lots more of that sweet medical juice. Step on the scale and drop your pants. That sounds like an invitation to a good time. I probably don't need the rest of this stuff. That's a lot of Brotherhood scripts for all of that. Okay, what have we got to sell? Honestly, I didn't get actually that much out of the last mission. I probably could go for some mutant random encounters just to get some machine guns to sell. Well, I do have a couple of Brownings lying around that are surplus to requirements. Okay. Now, what will you give me for 2 M2s? Whoa, lots! Let's go for the priority stuff. Hey, and I still have a little bit of money left over for non-priority things. I don't think I've ever even used a field medic kit. Because I've never run out of other medical supplies. That'll do, that's pretty close. 400. Nice. That is a lot of medical supplies. What's interesting is each individual character has its own diminishing returns on items. So a big pile of saws is actually quite useful for each different character you encounter. Just try and avoid giving the same thing to every, you know, to the same guy, because you get less and less value for it. Not that we really need to do anything much. Where are my small energy cells? Okay, that's you good to go. Next. I don't know if the next enemy that I face is going to actually have a lot of the ammunition that I want. Okay, really don't need to be carrying all of this. Or indeed any of them. Where are my super stim packs? Where are my super stim packs? There they are. 5 for you. You need 2. The drugs don't weigh anything, interestingly, so we can just hand all those over and keep them on us. Okay, I think 4 doctor's bags is absolutely plenty. That seems reasonable to me. Let's be honest here, we're not going to use many of these missiles, if any, because of the way the game works. Also, I have enough first aid kits to sink a ship, so... Okay, that's it. Everyone's pretty much geared up. Geared up and ready to go. We got so many repair kits that we could, next time, just go out on a jolly, killing mutants, picking up their saws and stuff and then selling them off, but maybe we'll just hit Junction City. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But that is it for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.